That's approved. That's approved.
Peace.
All right, that's approved. That's what we're getting into today. We're going to be getting into the form. I'm so excited to get us moving. So, as usual, we get into Asar Stance. We'll get into a little bit of Qigong. But the Qigong, we've really gone over a lot in terms of order, but I want to do it just to make sure that folks incorporate that into their daily practice. What I want to do is really focus in today, because today is the heavy day on the lunar cycle. It's the new moon. And because it's the new moon, I want to be able to incorporate that lunar cycle, emphasize that again, and then have us go through and do the full short form a few times together, and then we do a breathing exercise and wind it down. So I really want our time to be more targeted and more focused. So that way we'll have one day that'll be, we may add, and so we'll get into it and we'll emphasize some different things in another day, which will probably be these days where we'll go quick, targeted, focused, in and out. Hopefully that works for everyone. We'll get in. Let's now get into it. Let's stand up, find yourself a good spot. Let's get to it. All right, Wuchi position. Let's bow in. To all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher and student, student and teacher. All right, pyramid hands. Shifting the weight to the right, stepping left, a little wider than shoulders width, balance the weight. Get it in there, and begin the Asar Stance. Pyramid hands. Shift the weight to the right, slide that left leg in the Wuchi position. And we're gonna shake it out. Good. All right, we're gonna go right on into Qigong. We're gonna do feet parallel, shoulders width. We're going to go into the KhA position. We're going to reserve the Iron Shirt series for Friday this week. We're going to go here. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward for 2 breaths. And we're going to let the hands come down into swinging arms. Let them swing. Let them move till they stop on their own. All right. Good. Now you're going to set up so you can do open the chest, stretch the back. And we do it 5 times. Sinking down. And shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right. I'm going to get right to it. Feet parallel, shoulders width. I'm going to go all the way through the form once. Then we're going to do the lunar cycle. And as we do the lunar cycle, I want you to really focus on, we're in this new moon phase. So I'm going to talk a bit about that right at the end after we get through with the form. Talk about how the moon is connected to the practice and the sun in terms of how we do what we do, but primarily the moon. And then we'll get into the wisdom of the sages of the ages. So let's sink down. Short form, all the way through. All right, shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, here we go. Feet parallel, shoulders width. And for those of you that's been a while since we've done the moon cycle, we'll get into it slowly. I'll call it out because you want to get into practice of knowing the movement, knowing the order, the form. One of the ways that I find the best way to get it is to call it out either in your head, in your mind, or have me do it while we're going through the form. So that way, as you go through the form, when you practice, it's not just you saying it in your head, it'll be you hearing me say it in your head too. So we'll be together again, sinking down, sun rises. We're gonna go ahead and ward off to the right, toe up. Complete that. Grasp the bird's tail and stroke it. Roll the ball. I want you to see that nice full moon. We head on through the moon cycle. And then we would start our grand transition. But we're going to just come back here to sunrises and sunsets. Again, sunrises and sunsets. Right into the lunar cycle again. Sun rises and sets. Shake it out. All right, now, I'm going to go through the whole short form again. This time, as we go through it, I want you to think about the fact that we're going through the seasons, going through a great year, from one solstice to another, or one grand transition of the sun. So in that context, you'll be shifting directions and the other pieces. And so as we go forward together on this Taijiquan journey, I want you to begin reflecting and pondering and cogitating upon that. So let's sink down, sun rises, and how you are the microcosm of this macrocosm. The more you understand yourself, the more you should be able to understand the world around you and how you interact and your place in this world. The other way of looking at it is that your body is a miniature version of the cosmos. So as you understand how it functions, you can begin to see the relationship of the planets, the stars, and their function, and have a deeper appreciation for science, for math, for biology, for this planet that we share with all other living beings, right? So we're gonna come back, circle fist. I'm gonna do it one more time. Shake it out. Here we go. Shake it out. Grab a seat. Sit tall. I'll take your right hand, put it in what we call the first mudra. Well, it's a hand position with the thumb and index finger touching, palm up, resting on top of the thigh. I'm going to take your left hand, place it like so. You're going to block off the left nostril with the thumb, middle and index finger in the center of the forehead. All right. Head is level. And let's begin. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in and out. Exchanging hands, no breath. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Breathing in out 10 times fast fire breath. Deep breath in. And release. Both hands, first mudra, breathing in and out. In, out. In, and out. In, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in, chin down, and release. Palms down on top of the thighs, breathing in, out through the mouth with a cleansing breath. Breathing in, and out through the mouth with a cleansing breath. One more, in, and out through the nostrils. In, and out. All right. I'm gonna go into the wisdom from the sages of the ages. It's our wondrous new moon. So today, we're actually gonna read from the Masnavi, a book of Rumi, in the realistic translation by Jawid Mojaddedi. Book one, so we're gonna go clear the mind. Here we go. Okay. So this story is a short one. It's called The Hoopoe Answers the Criticism of the Crow. The hoopoe answers the criticism of the crow. She said, "Though I'm a beggar, poor and bare, don't listen to the things my foes declare. If you consider false the words I've said, here is my neck. Feel free to chop my head. The crow who would deny that God's will rules rejects faith, though she's studied in great schools. If you don't have an ounce of faithfulness, you're like the crotch of lust and filthiness. I see all snares while flying in the skies, if fate does not deny them to my eyes. When fate decrees, our brain sleeps in its spell. The sun's eclipsed, the moon turns black as well. It's not so strange that fate should thus decree. Fate, too, wills your denial of destiny. All right. So that's our wisdom from the sages of the ages. Grateful for the time we were able to spend today. It is hugely important that now that we're at this portion of the form where we're doing the short form, that you do the short form from beginning all the way through, from sunrises over the mountain to sunrises over the mountain, from beginning to end, beginning again, so that you can begin to see that the cycle continues. There is no ending, there is no beginning. There is the cycle, there are the patterns. They change form, which is why we utilize Grandmaster's book, Taijiquan and the I Ching, to begin to get you to understand that there is a larger relationship that we do and we engage in. And as you understand the relationship, you'll begin to have a more full understanding of the art, of its role and function in life, your way of understanding culture, understanding language. These things are all interrelated. And so as we begin to study more deeply, we'll have an opportunity to do so. I'm grateful for your time, your focus, your attendance, and your participation and presence. I'm grateful to be able to serve here together. So let us bow out and we say, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher, ashe, paying respect and giving honor to our eternal witnesses of the earth and the sky. I bid you Hetep, peace, Aung Uja Seneb, life, health, prosperity, and strength. And I hope that you enjoy this new moon, which comes just after noontime today, for you to reflect on yourself and set some intentions of how you want your rest of this year to go in terms of our transition back into quote unquote normal life, whatever that means. But you want to set your intention. Mine are going to be to continue to grow, to continue to see myself in ways that allow me to remember that what people called normal wasn't normal, and that we have a chance to make this world into the world that it should be, that benefits all of us. Hopefully that will be one of your intentions too. Hatapu, peace and blessings to you and yours and your household, your family and loved ones. Talk to you soon. Hatep.